in those days the discussion was, well, guns cause crime. And, you know, and our position was guns don't cause crime. Guns are tools, guns are things that you use for sport, guns are things that you collect. People are the problem. So focus on the criminal. And when people change that attitude, you know, when a light bulb goes off and it says, oh yeah, and the most striking thing in on the mainland has been the experience with concealed carry. In fact, I was talking to a TV producer who wants to do a program on it, because in every single state, and it varies from state to state, the only state that doesn't have concealed carry in some form is Illinois. Wisconsin, Governor Walker signed their bill yesterday.
Louisiana.
But yeah, they have it.
I lived there for about 5 years.
Right.
And at that time
they didn't.
No.
Yeah.
So you could buy any weapon and carry it as long as.
Right. So now we have states that have what they call shall issue laws, which means that you can get a permit unless they can prove that you shouldn't have one, like if you were a felon or adjudicated mentally ill or all of those things. Some states have, you know, may issue, where you have to go and get permission, and then it depends on how, and there are various degrees of restrictions on it. But when each of those states pass those laws, I mean, there's now television footage in each state of politicians saying, if this happens, you know, what's going to happen is there's going to be violence, there's going to be crime, there's going to be all these things. And in every single state that passed that law, the violent crime rate dropped.
Right. I've seen this.
And you know, the sort of iconic story of it was one of the first states was Florida, remember? And for a while, you had criminals targeting rental cars coming out of the Miami airport, because they knew that if you came into Miami on an airplane, you didn't have a weapon, and if you rented a car at the airport, you probably came in that way. So it was like a hunting preserve. And so eventually, the rental car companies had to take all of the stuff off the cars that showed that they were rental cars, otherwise they would be targeted. So you had all these tourists being robbed.
For the criminals, and these people were low risk for them.
That's right, exactly. And it isn't because, you know, the crime rate doesn't drop because everybody's